All right, hey guys, hi, Sam here, um, back home. Hope you had a good Easter. I had a pretty nice time visiting friends and family, hanging out with old high school mates. It was fun. I just want to talk to you today about change and the process of change, and sometimes how we think that change will occur magically, uh, just because we took a couple of steps and we yeah, well, many times just assume that because we've done one or two small things, knock this off, one or two small things that we can expect, you know, the outcome that we want, to just suddenly appear. Uh, and if you've had any experience like I have, it doesn't happen that way. So take, for example, I have here, um, this is my guitar. And if I asked uh, to guess how old this guitar is, a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to get it right. And if you know anything about playing guitars, if you hear me play, you know that I'm not really that good at it. And I actually got this guitar um, before I had my son. My son is 12 now. So I've had this guitar for more than 12 years. I bought it as a birthday gift to myself a couple of years ago. And I wanted to learn how to play guitar. So imagine more than 12, say about 13 years ago, I bought this guitar and I didn't learn how to play. I really loved it. I was really I love jazz music, yeah, instrumental music, classical music, that sort of thing. I like any kind of music. I just like listening to the rhythm and the beats and stuff. So I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. And I bought this and I thought, hey, I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. I bought a guitar. I'm good, right? That should be it. And I tried, you know, learning some things, playing some things, and bought some books, some CDs, and I kind of thought that would be enough. But it wasn't. Because other than fooling around with it, I never really learned much. Then last year I decided, look, I have a lot of time on my hands. Why don't I learn? I mean, all the stuff I've put off, doing that I wanted to do, I've had on my list for years. Do something about it. And then I thought about, in the past, what had made me, able to create the changes that I wanted. And one of the things I found was having someone that I was accountable to. So what I did was I went and got registered with a music school, and I got an in-home tutor that would come and work with me an hour, 2 hours a week. You know, yeah, it was 2 hours a week, different days, and we would work on the keyboard because I already had the keyboard. Same about the same time I bought the guitar, I bought the keyboard, the small one, and who'd work with me. 30 minutes on the guitar and 30 minutes on the keyboard. And after working with him for a couple of months, um, I found that it really wasn't that hard. Still not very good. But my point is this. In the time I spent with him, I think I spent with about a couple of months with him, I learned how to do the basic fingering of the guitar. And after a while, I figured, oh, I knew enough now that I could actually practice on my own and do some things on my own. And I just, now I got a lot more busy and I said, okay, you know what? I don't really need that home tutoring anymore. I can do the work on my own. And then I started practicing. I got some software, I started doing stuff. Change. When I tried to do it all by myself initially, getting started, I really 10 years, more than 10 years, or 13 years, I didn't do anything. Okay, well, actually 12 years, because last year was when I got a tutor, and then he worked with me for a couple of months, and then I picked up the basic skills. I made more progress in 2, 3 months working with a tutor than I did in 12 years before trying to learn how to do this stuff on my own. And once I had the basics and he'd given me some guidelines, I could start working on my own using other things to improve my skills. And also by having dedicated practice sessions, I began to learn, you know, obviously the guitar is not properly tuned and I still need to do some work. The change I wanted only came about when I actually realized how change happens for me. So here's my question to you. How does change happen for you? Have you, taken some time to think about it? And in whatever area of your life you're looking for a transformation, have you analyzed it and figured out that for me to get a change I want, this is how it usually happens? Um, there is a saying that a life unexamined isn't worth living. I totally agree. So if you take some time to do some self-examination, one of the fastest ways that you can create change is having somebody you're accountable to and having someone who's done it before work with you. I mean, I apply this not just in any area of my life, not just in one area of my life, but in every area as well. For example, I decided I wanted to learn languages as la Russe, and je parle un peu français, yeah, and ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. And I decided to, fala português. Uh, and I decided I want to learn those languages, and I began to, you know, work on it on my own. Now, German, I went to German class and took the class for a couple of months. And it was fun. And I made more progress, in that class working with a tutor than I did, trying to do stuff on my own. My point is this. When you say you want to create change in your life, you have to put structures in place that will ensure that the change you're looking for actually happens. Otherwise, it's just going to be a dream. It's just going to be a dream. And the instant you realize that having some kind of system that supports you to achieve that change you're looking for, that's when your point of transformation starts. And when you follow through, to get the support, the system that you need to help you create the change you're looking for, that's when you actually make progress. Don't be satisfied with just getting started and getting the basics. No, get help. There isn't any point. There are no awards. There are no prizes for reinventing the wheel. There's always somebody who's done what you're looking, to learn and to do. Find people and hook up with them and fast track your success. One of the reasons that coaching works so well is because a lot of times, even if your coach hasn't had the experience that you're looking for, but because your coach is trained to think, in a using a process approach, they usually can help you figure out what you need to do to get where you want to go. Now, if you apply that in online marketing space, just think about it for a second and then see how it applies for yourself. And for me personally, I've learned that is the best way to learn stuff. And it's the strategy I always apply now. Once I want to master something, I know I'm going to create a change. I find a change agent, tutor, a coach, a trainer. I find an accountability partner, somebody that's going to, help me be accountable for what I say I want to get done. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you. Um, I'm still going to be working on my guitar. That's not too bad, I think. All right, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You have a great day and create a change that you want, okay?